I recently saw this webcomic and I really love it. It's a play on the popular meme of three raccoons in a trench coat, which I think is super funny. So I decided I'm gonna make a game about it. In Raccoons in a Trench Coat, you play as raccoons who are attempting to fit in with human society to achieve certain goals without being discovered as raccoons. In each mission, you and your fellow raccoons will use your human-ish social skills, your sneaking skills, and your thieving skills to take what you need from humans with them being none the wiser, if all goes to plan. Players will role play as both their raccoons and the people in their environment. Oftentimes, one raccoon will be the head of the stack talking to people, and other players will play as the people the raccoon is talking to. First, let's use the game's character creation rules to make a character together. The first thing you pick for your raccoon is their name, color, and hat. In this world, it's normal for raccoons to be any color. I'm going to make a blue raccoon named Slop who wears a baseball cap. Next, we need to pick our character traits for our raccoon. We need to pick one social character trait and one eccentric character trait. I'm going to say that Slop is thrill-seeking and mischievous for his social character trait, and he loves putting objects into water as his eccentric character trait. Each raccoon has three skills: social, thief, and sneak. Social is the ability to act like a human, persuade, deceive, and understand humans. Thief is the ability to pickpocket, carry heavy things, and fight humans if it's needed. And sneak is the ability to hide, walk like a human, and run quickly. 10 points to allocate to these three skills, so I'm going to say that Slop has a 1 in social, a 3 in thief, and a 6 in sneak. In each mission, raccoons can bring one item from their stash. Their starting stash consists of 3 common items and 1 mythical item. For Slop's 3 common items, he's going to have a Swiss Army knife, duct tape, and a disguise kit, and his mythical item is going to be a grappling hook. Now that we've made our raccoon, let's talk over some additional rules, and then we can talk about how missions work. In Raccoons in a Trench Coat, sometimes you'll have to make a skill check. That's when you have a difficult task that maybe you're not going to complete successfully. Whenever you have to make a skill check, you roll a six-sided die and add the value of your corresponding skill. And then success is determined by this table. If you get a 4 or lower total, you fail. If you get a 5 through 8, you have a mixed success. If you have a 9 or higher, you succeed. This means that a lot of times players will be having mixed successes on what they're trying to complete, which helps to keep the story more interesting. Let's go through an example. Let's say that Slop wants to pickpocket a phone out of somebody's pocket. For this, he would use his thief skill, which is a 3. He rolls a six-sided die and gets a 4. He adds those two numbers together to get a total of 7. That means it's a mixed success. So, in this situation, he gets the phone out of the pocket of the person he's trying to pick, but a security guard across the room notices and is now following him. Whenever raccoons are in a trench coat, they use their 3 skills depending on the position of the trench coat that they're in. The raccoon at the head of the trench coat uses their social skill, the raccoon at the body of the trench coat uses their thief skill, and the raccoon at the feet of the trench coat uses their sneak skill. Notably, you can have any number of raccoons in a trench coat. If you have more than just 3, the remaining raccoons are hiding in the trench coat but not taking any actions. And if you have fewer than 3, raccoons can take on multiple roles. So you could have 2 raccoons, with one raccoon acting as the head and another raccoon acting as both the body and the feet. Next, let's talk about suspicion levels. Humans in this world are more oblivious than humans in our world, but humans will eventually notice that you are secretly raccoons in a trench coat if you give them enough reasons to be suspicious. Every human has their own suspicion level. When their suspicion level is full, they will realize that you are 3 raccoons in a trench coat. Most humans will need to get to suspicion level 2 to realize, but some observant humans only need to get to suspicion level 1, and oblivious humans need to get all the way to suspicion level 3. So let's talk about missions. Each mission is composed of a collective goal that all raccoons are trying to complete together and several smaller goals that individual raccoons have. Here's one example mission that I made. It's called Operation Movie Theater. You and your raccoon buddies heard that there was a reshowing of Pom Poko, your favorite movie, at your local movie theater. Pom Poko is about a colony of tanukis living in the outskirts of Tokyo as they fight deforestation of their home. In order to see the film, you need to get into the theater, tickets or not, and watch the movie without arousing the suspicion of fellow moviegoers and staff. Also, raccoons love popcorn. Every raccoon needs to eat their fill. That means that there are two collective missions. Everyone must watch Pom Poko and eat way too much popcorn. Next, for individual missions, the choices are steal a roll of toilet paper from the bathroom, pick hard candy out of an old woman's purse, convince the concession staff that they should unionize, steal a box of plastic gloves from the janitor's closet, use the massage chair in the lobby, or steal the roll of film for Pompoko from the theater after the movie. Or you can even have an individual mission from your own imagination. I think that Slop would try to steal a roll of toilet paper from the bathroom. He just seems like that kind of guy. Each mission also comes with pre generated people in the environment for you to interact with. This mission has Janet, a teenage theater staff who wants to goof off without her manager knowing. She works at the ticker counter and she secretly has a crush on her coworker Kevin. Kevin is also teenage theater staff. He wants to upsell concessions so that he can get more commission, even though he doesn't earn any commission. He works at concessions and he secretly has a crush on Janet. Edith is a theater goer who wants to watch Pompoko with her granddaughter Jessica. She has a purse full of candy and she loves chatting with fellow theater goers. Jessica is Edith's granddaughter. She wants to watch Pompoko. She has a bag of Sour Patch Kids that her grandma bought her, and raccoons are her favorite animal ever since she learned about them in the first grade. And finally, there's Karen, the manager. She wants to do as little work as possible, and she has a theater keyring on her belt, but she's observant to people in trench coats. Now that the stage is set, Slop is ready to go into that movie theater with him and his raccoon friends. I hope that you guys enjoyed getting to hear about this game that I designed. PDF rules included in the description. Bye, brothers. See you next week.